Arjun spends his days navigating spreadsheets and risk assessments. At his desk, he is known for making decisions based on data rather than impulse, handling high-pressure deadlines with a steady hand. But on a Friday night, his phone vibrates with a text from a friend. "Weekend plan? Let's go out." The moment he reads it, the cautious mindset he uses at work begins to dissolve. 2 hours later, in a loud, crowded restaurant, Arjun reaches for the check the moment it arrives. He doesn't look at the total or wait for anyone else to move. He just hands over his card. The logic he uses to audit every line item during his shift has no influence over his behavior at the table. The highly rational employee has been replaced by someone making split-second, expensive choices without a second thought. The next morning, sitting alone, he opens his banking app. The number on the screen is smaller than it was yesterday. It creates a heavy, physical discomfort in his chest. He manages the feeling by closing the app and telling himself he will be more disciplined next month. This is a repeating cycle. A social trigger leads to emotional spending, which creates financial discomfort, followed by a rationalization that keeps the pattern intact. This loop persists regardless of where he goes or who he is with. The drain on his account isn't the result of a low salary or friends demanding he pay. It is an internal, automatic reflex triggered by the environment. The pattern is interrupted during a casual dinner when a friend named Rahul asks him directly, "Why do you always pay?" Arjun's first instinct is to dismiss it. He laughs and says it's nothing, hoping the conversation will move on. But later that night, the question remains. He searches for a practical reason for his behavior, generosity, or perhaps a celebration, and realizes he doesn't have a single logical answer. Eliminating external excuses like pressure or wealth forces him to look at the internal drivers. If there is no logical reason to spend, the cause must be psychological. A few days later, Arjun's manager rejects one of his proposals. The manager is calm and provides a clear reason why the numbers don't add up. Arjun realizes that being told he is wrong at work doesn't hurt his ego because his professional status is already established. But that evening, sitting with his friends, he notices he is the only one who doesn't look relaxed. Everyone else is comfortable just being there. He is the only one trying to prove he belongs. This is identity-based spending. At work, respect is built into the role. Socially, status feels less secure. Money becomes the shortcut, providing a temporary sense of validation. He isn't paying for dinner. He is purchasing a persona, confident and accepted. When an automatic reflex is identified and understood, it stops being a reaction and becomes a choice. Arjun returns to the same environment the following week. The music is loud, the lights are flashing, and the group is the same. The waiter places the bill on the table. There is a brief silence, the moment where the group usually waits for Arjun to reach out. He feels the pull of the old habit. His brain is primed to reach for the wallet, to secure the status he thinks he needs. He keeps his hands still. He remains present in the conversation, but he does not move toward the check. Breaking an identity-driven habit doesn't require a confrontation. The pattern is broken simply by the absence of the action. Someone else picks up the bill. The conversation continues without a pause. There is no judgment from the group and no change in how they treat him. He feels the relief of no longer having to maintain a character for the benefit of the table. The weight of performing a specific role has been lifted. If your spending habits change depending on who you are with, it is worth looking at the cost. Are you paying for your life, or are you paying for the identity you want people to see?